Hi, I'm Molly Jacobson.
And I'm James Jacobson.
We're food writers who live, play, and eat on Maui.
If you're watching this video, you must be researching and planning your trip here to paradise. You're probably researching things like airfare, accommodations, and snorkeling trips.
Doing research before your trip is really smart because this is the most expensive place to visit in the whole country.
Yeah.
And one of the most expensive places in the entire world.
If you're like most visitors, you probably assume that food, eating out, dining out, will be the least of your expenses and that you can kind of figure it out when you get here.
Yeah, I'll figure it out when I get there. Unfortunately, it's not a good idea. It's really hard to do that.
You shouldn't do that, because the number one thing that visitors want to know from us locals here on Maui is, where should I eat?
Yeah, where should I eat? It's a great question because there are many wonderful restaurants and some very gifted chefs on Maui.
There are chefs who really know how to make use of the fresh, local ingredients available from the land and from the sea.
Right. However, costs of doing business on Maui are really high, and the fact that the main industry here is tourism, that all means that restaurants across the board charge more than you're probably used to.
Now, not all restaurants are great, far from it.
Right.
Many are tourist traps. They can seduce you with slick advertising in the right places and get you to pay through the nose for mediocre, and in some cases really bad, food.
Yes. People like concierges and so-called visitor information booths. You'll see those all over the island.
For sure.
They will tell you where to eat, but those recommendations may be a little bit influenced
Just a little bit.
by the direct or indirect compensation that those booths get for giving you advice.
You know, there are some free glossy dining guides that claim to run restaurant reviews, but when you read them, they only describe the restaurant. They don't tell you whether the food is actually good or whether you should spend your money there or not.
Right, because again, they're relying on advertising from the restaurants for the source of their income.
That's why our restaurant review guide, Top Maui Restaurants, is so different.
Right. We think of our guide as the consumer reports to the Maui restaurant scene.
Consumer reports. There is a lot of money spent on marketing and advertising Maui restaurants, but no one except us is telling you the unvarnished truth based on actual experiences as a diner.
Not even the local newspapers.
Just like Consumer Reports doesn't accept advertising, we don't either.
Nope. We do not accept free meals or other comps that are traditional for food writers. We pay for every meal at every restaurant for every review, which is pretty expensive.
To the tune of over tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Right. And just like Consumer Reports, we're writing with you in mind. We compare each restaurant to each other and then write for you, the diner. You'll really appreciate our advice-oriented writing style. We're completely honest about whether they deserve your business or not, and why.
And if we don't think a restaurant is worth your vacation dollars, and there are many that aren't, we don't just leave you hanging.
No. We tell you in the review about alternative restaurants in that same area where you can get the same type of food, but a better value.
Really, think of us as your best friends on Maui who will never steer you wrong.
Right. Best
friends who are totally obsessed with food. You know, we eat out an average of, get this, 11 times per week.
11 times a week is where all those tens of thousands of dollars go.
We are excellent home chefs. We're foodies. And we've been eating out at the best restaurants across the globe. We've lived in Washington, D.C.,
in Boston, and New York City, and now Maui,
Denver, and thousands trust our opinions and have come to rely on Top Maui Restaurants.
Right. We update Top Maui Restaurants every month based on our latest experiences.
Every month we update it. You know, it's hard work, but hey, someone's got to do it.
Come on. Sometimes it is hard work. We say around here that we eat a lot of bad food, so you don't have to.
So, every month we update the guide and refresh our reviews. When a new restaurant opens, we're on the scene.
That's important because the Maui restaurant scene is actually pretty unstable.
Pretty unstable.
Restaurants here change ownership, open, and close overnight with little warning.
If they give you any warning at all, one day they may be just closed.
Right.
When you pick up your copy of our guide, you'll appreciate knowing that you have the freshest guide updated for that month.
Right. If you love food and you know that it will play an important part of your vacation, you'll just love our guide.
Food's an important part of our vacations.
Right.
But even if you aren't a Food Network junkie, you'll love the restaurants we cover in every price range. We love burgers and beer, as much as foie gras and champagne.
Right. You'll love being able to look up any restaurant you hear about. There are over 120 restaurants reviewed, and more are added every month.
You'll really benefit from our proprietary rating system.
Yes, every restaurant is rated on a scale of 0 to 100. That overall rating affects 4 categories: food quality, service, ambiance, and overall value for the price you pay.
You'll also love the in-depth reviews, and you'll actually probably like our sense of humor.
We're not necessarily being funny right now, but we can be. There's personalized advice and directions to each restaurant, plus where to park when you get there.
You'll also get lots of bonuses when you download our guide, including our maps.
Right. They were originally made for our friends who came to visit. We've marked them with our very favorite restaurants and notes about each restaurant. Readers tell us that just these 10 maps, one for each section of the island, with enough restaurants marked to keep your belly happy for weeks, are worth the price of the guide alone.
And if you're coming to celebrate your wedding or your anniversary, you'll love the bonus about special dinners.
Yeah. And if you're in a condo or a rental, you'll really love the bonus on groceries. We tell you where we buy groceries on island to get the best food at the best prices. And that includes wine, beer, alcohol, and mixers, so you can make tropical drinks at your place.
That'll save you a lot of money. Top Maui Restaurants is a full-length ebook, and it only costs $19.95, which is less than the cost of a bad breakfast here.
Yeah, or even 1 or 2 cocktails at a fancy resort.
We have a better than risk-free, 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. And we're proud members of the Better Business Bureau, both here in Hawaii and online. So you have nothing to lose when you download our Essential Travel Guide.
Absolutely. All of this information is available to you right away in an easy and instant download.
You'll have it on your computer in minutes so that you can start planning your vacation immediately.
Plus, if you order now,
this is important.
You'll get to download an updated version of the guide for just $1 anytime in the next 12 months.
$1. So you can plan now and then double check those plans right before you get on an airplane and arrive.
Right. To read some sample reviews and find out more about the guide, you can click on the button below that says, I want a sneak peek at the truth about Maui restaurants.
And just like you wouldn't dream of leaving your accommodations to chance when you go on vacation, don't leave your eating to chance. Let us help you figure it out.
Right, let us do the thinking for you. We've already done all this research
Tens of thousands of dollars.
All these years, so you can relax when you get here and be confident that you won't waste time on your vacation wondering where to eat.
Pick up your copy today and start salivating, because you know there really are some amazingly wonderful restaurants here.
Wonderful restaurants, and we get mail every day from grateful diners who would not have found them without our guide.
You'll love getting this kind of personal advice from locals, your best friends here on Maui.
If you want to know more, click the link below to get a taste of the guide.
You'll be glad you did, or to get your copy right now, you can start downloading it right away. Remember, it is backed by our 100% risk-free guarantee. Click the green button above that says Get It Now. Thanks for watching this video. Safe travels, and aloha.
Aloha.